Morning, Patricia Garza Pinto here, and for today I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite treats. It's a rare treat. I don't do it very often, but when I do, brothers and sisters, I go all out. It's a cup of hot organic coffee, but not just any coffee, Patricia's coffee. Healthy, vibrant, organic, and yummy delicious. It's my version of bulletproof. I'm not even going to call it that. It's Patricia's coffee, okay? But in doing so, I'm going to show you this bag that I purchased from Higher Grounds up on the Sacred Mountain of Idlewild. They roast it fresh every day. And seeing as I am no longer a big coffee drinker, I do enjoy it periodically. Like I said, I use like a lighter roast. So this would be considered probably a medium roast coffee. It's actually called Timor Organic. It is absolutely organic. Why organic coffee? Because organic is best, more optimal, and because coffee is highly processed. So you don't want to put highly processed stuff in your body. So if you're going to have your treat of coffee, I beg of you, please consider purchasing organic. All right, so here we have it. My water is already boiled in my hot pot. So I just put it on and boiled it. I also have here, this is going to take a little longer than I expected because I'm really breaking it down. I was just going to do partial video and show you how to do this partially, but I said, no, screw it, man, just do the whole thing. So screw it, man, let's do the whole thing. I love to use little French presses. I actually have a small one and a large one. So here's the mommy, here's the baby. Anyway, the large one is for company when I have more than one cup of coffee to brew. But I love the French press because it's a traditional way to make coffee and it really steeps the beautiful flavors of the coffee bean in the pot. And then I have my mug and then of course my coffee grinder. So what I'm going to do first and foremost, I'm going to see if I can angle the camera down here. Actually, let me do this. Yeah, okay. So I'll just kind of angle it right here so you can get a better view of this action. So first I'm going to take some of the hot water and I just kind of pour it in there a little bit just to heat that up a little bit, and then I kind of swirl it around. Literally, this is what the process is for me. And then I'm going to pour it in here because what's happening is as I continue to prepare the rest of my coffee drink, this mug that I'm using will warm. It'll get nice and warm. So you just take the hot water and pour it in there and then just let that sit over here off to the side. And then I take my coffee grinder, and this is just a typical little coffee grinder. Remove the lid, it's already plugged in. And then I open up my pound of coffee. And then I put about 2 scoops because this is a mellow medium roast, so 1 and see, 2 scoops in the coffee grinder. And you know me, I like to tidy as I go along, so let me close this up. And I won't clean it all up now, I'll just put it to the side. Put the lid on. Here goes, bear with me for a second, peeps. So, and then I kind of give it a little shake, mix it around more, because I like to do that. Another little grind. And then boom, kind of tap it with a little spoon, because you know you have some little grindings up there. Unplug it, and then slowly and carefully, I kind of pour it in. And you don't want to grind it real fine, because then it's too fine. You just want to grind it kind of like medium. And then I use the spoon to tap the side. Once again, I'll clean this up later. So now coffee's in there, the bottom. It's probably, I don't know, let me kind of figure this out. I'm going to actually put my water back on the pot, on the plate to let it reboil because I want it really hot. So I'm going to say this is probably about, I don't know, probably about 2 good teaspoons 2 good teaspoons of coffee. All right, so the water's already boiling again, so you can see it boiling there. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know why. Simple things like that just amaze me. It's my inner child. I think that's really cool. And then I'm gonna just pour the hot water in my French press, kind of slow because you don't want it splatting back at you and burning you. And then probably about, so let me put this back here on the hot plate. If you can see that, it's about, see this first silver line? I'm gonna put a little more because that's kind of foamy on top. I'm gonna add a little more water. So that there it has a little more liquid. Okay, perfect. And whatever you do, brothers and sisters, you do not want to over pour the water, because then you're going to take the lid of the French press and you're going to put it on ever so gently like that, and push it down slightly until the lid is engaged, all right, around the top of the glass, and you're just going to let it sit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move the camera over here to the other side of the kitchen, and I'll leave this here next to the sink, and I'll show you why in a minute. But after that, what I like to do is I actually set my timer on for 5 minutes. Why do I do that? Because I want my little French press coffee to brew for 5 minutes. So let me move my camera over here and try to get it in the proper order. Actually, I'm going to bring it lower because I'm going to show you a couple of things here. A couple of the things that I am actually using this morning have to do with the ingredients. All right, I'm going to have a camera crew one day, I swear. I will. But until then, bear with me and my bed head. So here's what makes this particular hot coffee drink different. I have a blender. See that? I have a blender because I don't yet have a bullet. Yeah, I guess those little mixers. So if anybody wants to buy a bullet and send it to me, I'll gladly receive it. Anyway, here are the ingredients I'm going to put in my hot coffee. That's why I called it healthy. One of them is this product by Ancient, what is it? I forgot the name of it again. Ancient Nutrition is Dr. Josh Axe, I believe, Dr. Axe, and what's his name? Garden of Life, Josh Rubin. Yeah, anyway, there it is. Check it out. Why would I put this in my coffee? Because it's a great way to get some bone broth. This is actually turmeric flavor, and I don't put a lot, you'll see. But bone broth has many, many benefits, and I have a long list here of all the stuff, and I'm going to peek at it every once in a while because I know many of them, but I get confused. So bone broth specifically, it supports your digestion. That's why when my clients have gut issues, leaky gut or digestive issues, I wean them off, a lot of the whole foods temporarily, and then I ease them into some bone broth because it's very nutritious, highly nutritious. And actually, I'm going to make some homemade bone broth. I have some going in my crock pot, and I do that often. But I'm going to create a video where I'll make it, and so you can see how the bone broth is made, very simply. So it helps with your digestion. It helps your skin, your hair, your nails, and your bone and joint health. So that's why I add the bone broth in. And then I also add collagen, a little bit of collagen. That's for also your hair, your nails, joint development and healthy joints and bones. What else? Oh, youthful appearance. Would you say I have a youthful appearance at my age? I think so. No makeup, radiant, glowing skin. Part of the hydration process as well. So it helps with the hydrating the skin and healthy bones, joints, and skin elasticity. I also have, let me get this off my screen. This is one of my favorite products. I use it for cooking as well, and put it on my vegetables because I for the most part, I don't do dairy, although I'm going to have a drop today. So this is ghee. This is clarified butter, and it's from an amazing, great company, Organic Valley. It's clarified butter, and it's a great source of healthy fat. I also add organic coconut oil. Okay? Okay, lighting, don't go out on me. So those are the 2 healthy fats, all right? And then I add organic cinnamon. Organic cinnamon. Why is that? Cinnamon helps blood sugar levels. What else did what else? Oh, it improves circulation. It helps your heart. It protects your heart. It protects your brain too. Oh, I would say that the healthy fats also protect the brains. So we want to be fat heads. We want good healthy fat for our brains. What else? Oh, cinnamon, anti-inflammatory, and it fights infection. So with the cold season coming up, it's probably a nice boost. And then one of my favorite is raw organic honey. Raw organic honey. This particular brand is from Hemet here locally down the hill. It's buckwheat. So honey, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antifungal, antiviral, anti-death. Actually, it's pretty amazing, honey. And the other cool thing that I've recently learned is it has floroflavonoids in the honey, which remove free radicals, which help break us down and age us faster. And it also boosts the body's immune defenses. Yeah, so that's why I have all this. So I have about 13 seconds left. Oh, last thing, and this is very rare. I don't promote dairy, but I realize some people still need to have a little bit. So when I work with my clients, I highly recommend that if they're going to do dairy at all, to consider first and foremost raw dairy. Yes, you can find raw cream, raw milk, raw butter. I think it's also Organic Pastures that makes that available, and it is a little pricier, but it's extremely healthy and optimal, believe it or not. This is just some organic heavy whipping cream. Yes, it's pasteurized, but honestly, you'll see I just use a drop just because I just kind of like that. It's kind of like a comfort for me. But anyway, so the timer went off. Now let's get this prepped here. Let me scoot the camera over this angle. Okay, camera crew? That would be me. So let's get it right about here, I think, so you can just see me dropping things in. So, timer went off. My French press coffee has been brewing for approximately, probably now about 6 minutes, which is fine. So what I'm going to do is, I'll bring this down here for a moment. I want you to see this, because it could be dangerous if you're not careful. You want to go really slow because you got heat here, heat and pressure, and you're going to just slowly push the lever down on the lid, and you can see it going down right here. So what it's doing, it's separating the coffee liquid brew from the coffee beans, and there's a little strainer in there at the bottom. So if you push it really fast, the heat and the pressure can probably have it overspill, so you don't want that because that would be dangerous. And then I'm going to turn the lid around so I can find, there it is, the screen here, the filter screen, so it filters out the coffee beans from going in the blender. So then what I do is I just pour it in here. Actually, let me turn this around. Okie dokie. Pour it in. It's strained. So I have my beautiful hot, aromatic coffee going into the blender. If I had a bullet, I would use it. A friend of mine, George Crawford IV, shout out to you, George, shared this with me once here at this house, and he taught me actually how to do this. So thank you for that, George. I'll tag you on Facebook. So see, this is all done. The coffee's out. It's in the blender. So I'm just going to put this aside. Deal with that later. And then now I'm going to start adding my goodies. So bone broth. It's got a turmeric flavor, so I don't want a lot of it. If it were plain bone broth powder, then I'd put more. But in this case, I'm just going to put about a half a scoop. So pouring that in there, keeping it simple, tidy, and as I go along. And then next is my collagen powder. Comes with a little scoop. Actually, I just finished the last of it, so I'm just going to dump it all in there. Literally dump it all in there. Gosh darn it. See, now I'm not going to edit that out because I don't know how to edit. And shit happens, right? Shit happens. So let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. So you just saw me make a blunder, whatever. Anyway, so scooped all that in there. No more collagen powder. I'm gonna have to buy more of that. And then next I'm gonna do the fats. So I've got the coconut oil and the ghee. I've got my teaspoon. So I do about, I don't know, a nice overflowing teaspoon. Let that sit in there. I let it sit in there because sometimes, well, because the cold fat sticks to the spoon. And see, this way, because it's hot in there, it just melts right off. And then I'm going to put, again, a heaping teaspoon of pure ghee, another healthy fat that I discussed earlier. Move these to the side. Then I'm going to take my organic cinnamon. If I can shake it, but it takes so long, so I said, screw that, man. I ain't got all the time in the world, so I'm just going to open up the lid and pour it in. You know, that was probably about a quarter of a teaspoon of organic cinnamon. And you know what? You will decide how much you want. Okay, Mary, I'm going to get you off the screen here. All right. So anyway, last but not least, no, not last, second to the last but not least, I'll do about, not a whole lot, but I always do this. Oh my gosh. Damn it, I just love that. It's so yummy. I just lost my hair tie, so I'm going to put it back on because I want to get out of the way. Okay, this is last but not least. I take that little organic cream, heavy whipping cream, and I just put like a splash in there. Watch this. Can you watch this, please? Can you see it? Literally, just like a drop. Okay, no harm, no foul. Besides, my body is actually extremely healthy and I am vibrantly optimal in my sacred body temple. So a little bit of dash of cream isn't going to harm me. Shit, man. There I go again. See? Another flumber. I almost turned on the blender with my spoon. Brothers and sisters, don't ever do that. Trust me. I've done it before. It messes up the spoon and can break the blender. I'm glad I caught that. That would have been gnarly. Okay, so here goes. Just kidding, I wasn't talking. But give me 1 second. I always do it like twice. Love my life. All right, yeah, there you go. Okay, so see that heat coming out of there? Yeah, nice and hot. Okay, what am I gonna do next, brothers and sisters? You got it. I'm gonna take it, first unplug it, and then I'm gonna carefully remove it from the blender mechanism, motor, whatever. And I'm gonna bring it over here. Yeah, you can see me cool. Like my pants? I like them, they're really awesome. They're like so comfortable. Anyway, these are my morning pants. I stretch in them and stuff. So I'm gonna pour my hot water out because I don't need it anymore. But once again, ooh, my cup is nice and warm. I'm gonna take this beautiful blend and I'm gonna pour it right here. Wow, that was like perfection. Usually I do too much. Perfect mixture, perfect amount. And then I'm gonna taste it. Yes! Your morning cup of Patricia Joe. Yes, this is my specific recipe. It ain't bulletproof. This is mine. Patricia's Cup of Joe. Beautiful, rich, creamy, all the healthy fats that are in there. Coconut oil, clarified butter, some raw honey, some organic cinnamon, some dash of bone broth powder, dash of collagen powder. What else? And just a tiny dash of the cream. So there you have it. Enjoy. I am. See you again soon. Thanks for showing up.